Okay, so this commentary is actually going to be a little bit different because the entire time I'm recording this, the video is going to be playing because I don't think I'm going to even have to cut anything. This video is only going to be roughly 8 minutes long, which is actually pretty short considering my other commentaries range from like 17 to like 25 minutes. This one already starts differently because I don't know if you noticed, the person I'm playing against has a sub 30 time. And I've never gotten a sub 30, which means that they're better than me technically. But I win this. So the first thing actually is that this is a village seed. I'm actually not better at village seeds. think I'm better at desert temple seeds. I think I just play them better. But I get some of the achievements first. They get the village chest after me, and then I craft the iron pick like within the same like second as them. So like I don't really lose any time here. The only thing I do wrong in this village is I don't find the resources that I actually need right away. Like I don't have a hoe right now, and I probably should have gotten those hay bales. But I was really trying to get the iron golem because I wanted to get my bucket first, which I think might have been a move. But anyway, this takes way too long. I also like don't know if I'm supposed to get shears or not. I realize I probably don't have enough iron for shears, so I make the bucket, and then I realize I don't have enough for the shears, so I just decided to bail on that and go for the steel, and then try to find a lava pool. The whole issue with this though is like I just like always struggle to find lava pools in villages because the lava pool is not very obvious. Like in desert temples, it's really obvious because you're literally staring at an open field of literally just one color, so anything that's different stands out. But in this case, it's like really hard to tell because there's so many houses in the way. And I click on the villager like twice there. I make a hoe and then I make. Well, I don't make anything else, but I do want to mention I did get the achievement for lava a lot earlier because and I like to do that just because it throws them off. Like they can't tell if I'm about to enter the nether or not because I already got the achievement that you normally get before you enter the nether, which is hot stuff. So I did that so I would trip my opponent up. They, I assume, are also struggling with this village because things are kind of scattered around. Like the hay bales are kind of far away. I see this portal. I'm not sure if they went for this as well. I see this portal and I get flint and steel. And then I get like the equivalent of like one, maybe two iron. And I realize like in retrospect this actually means I could have gotten the shears, but I don't think I ended up doing that. I get stuck here for like a solid like minute. I try and get out, and then I just like I think I fall. Like I break this block, and then I try and like place a block or whatever. I walk off, and I just take so much damage. So at this point, it's already 3 minutes into the run, and in theory, I should be like in the nether at this point. Now, normally you would probably be able to enter in that portal, but it's not completable, so unfortunately we don't. There's also not any obsidian or like any like looting sword in there, so honestly that portal was not that great. But like I said, we did get the flint and steel, so that does speed things up a little bit because they don't have to find a river. I think that's honestly the reason why I probably was a little bit ahead in this because I think I was able to get. I'm not sure if I got in the nether first or not, but I think it was a good play. So I'm actually getting wood here because I don't want to get shears because I don't think at this point I don't think I recognize that I actually have the ability to get shears. So I just get a few more wood blocks and then I'm starting to run around and try and find the lava pool. And this was kind of confusing to me because, like I said, it's really hard to tell where the lava pool is in a village. And so, like a lot of the times, I lose time because my opponent finds it before me. I don't know why I bolt clutched there. It was like 2 blocks. I could have easily just tanked the damage. But I run around for quite some time to try to find this. And they are already getting hot stuff, which means they're probably going to get to the nether before me. And at this point, I'm just going to let the video play out. and I'm going to talk about boxing. So or martial arts more so than boxing, but I personally have always wanted to do some kind of fighting, and the reason why is because I have a friend who was in the military, and so he likes to fight and he likes to do like wrestling and stuff like that. And so I also want to do stuff like that, but it's really hard to find time in between all my stuff to do like boxing classes or wrestling classes. And also I'm 6'5", so like any kind of fighting is like really scary for me because, which sounds dumb, but like if you're 6'5", wrestling is hard. And I did wrestling in high school. Wrestling is difficult, and also it's very injury prone. So that's what I'm most afraid of. But I guess I'm just rambling about this because it's like such an interesting topic to me. Like the idea that you just want to like do like a physical activity that involves like fighting is kind of funny. Like just as a concept, like who would have thought that this is like something that people just genuinely want to do? I think for me, it's also like the idea that just like being prepared, being like able to defend myself is really like something I value. But at the same time, like injuries. So I just stick to speedrunning. This commentary is all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, we're about to go in the nether. That was a pretty clean portal build, I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of proud of that as well. Anyway, let me know in the comments what kind of martial arts you would prefer to do if you had to choose one of them. Anyway, this I think is where the one dies for my opponent. Because in the nether, you're just trapped in walls, and there's not really anywhere to go. So I am looking around on E-Raying, and I take way too long on E-Ray. But I figure out the direction I want to go, and then I'm like, okay, I can either build up and like risk losing all of my blocks for this, or I can just kill this Enderman. And maybe I die for the Enderman, but at the very least, I can like potentially get a pearl. So I do that. I get the pearl, which is like absolutely insane. I think it's a 1 in 3 chance or something. It's not that insane, but it's like kind of lucky. I throw the pearl, and I honestly thought I was gonna hit the wall. I did not think this would make it, but I make it. And then my opponent wants to draw, and so I ignore him because at this point I was like, okay, I can actually win this because he obviously messed up at some point, and I have gold, I have bread, I have everything, and then he just draws, which is like a brum moment because I genuinely was kind of happy with where I was. But hey, at least I get the points, I get the W. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.